With all the routes at Texas Route Setting, you've got to figure out the right beta or else you're not going to get it, which is something we really are proud of, is that you have to figure it out. It's more cerebral. Welcome to Texas Route Setting. My name is Drew and I'm a setter here, and we just recently this week set ropes 20, 21, and 22. Starting off with rope 20, we set a brown 9 plus, maybe 10A. The last couple moves are a little challenging and something technical you kind of got to figure out. The beginning starts off, there's some crosses and you're working off an arete, which means corner of a rock, and you're doing some crosses into some compression moves around the corner. All the feet are right where you want them to be, right where you need them. So that's a good one to learn some 9 plus into the 10 technique. Beyond that, there's a really hard pink, which is a 511D, and using the other arete to the right. If you're familiar with rope 20, if not, come and look at it. There's another sort of arete, kind of like a chimney or a reverse chimney. If you know what a chimney is when you're climbing inside a small chimney, but it's just kind of the outside of a chimney. So there's a lot of burly compression moves through that as well. That's the 511D. There's a green that was just set by one of our new route setters, Luis. It's a little dynamic. There's some tricks to it if you got to figure out the right beta to get through it. One of our old school setters, Roger, used to set here back in the day. He still works here. He's a manager, but he came and at our privilege set a couple routes. Set this black route 510A. I think he set it a little too soft. I think he forgot how hard climbing is. Set this 5.9 plus black route. Should definitely come get on that one. I got on it, was forerunning it, and forerunning is just when you run something before you're finalizing the route and decide if it's going to go this way or that, and if you're going to change it. So as I was forerunning the route, it just brought me back to a time when it's very cerebral, and the way that you climb, make these movements, it just feels really good. It's like yoga on the wall. Like you feel connected to it, and it just feels really natural and flowy. So come by, check that one out. That's what made me fall in love with Texas Route Setting in the first place. So that's a really good one. Moving on to rope 22, the last rope that we set this week is a white, really hard 11D, a blue 10D, 10CD. The technique is, it's all dihedral, so there's a lot of pressing, and this pressing muscle is really good for working out the opposing muscle groups to all your pull muscles. So something that I'm not too great at is the dihedral. So I try to get in there and balance out my strengths by focusing on my weaknesses. And so these ones are going to challenge your weaknesses, or not. Maybe you're really good at dihedrals, and in that case, you should definitely get on these ones and get on this white 11D, which may be a 12A. It's really hard, really shouldery movements, a lot of smearing, shoulder reaching, not too reachy, but it definitely makes you feel like you're on the edge. So yeah, really cool stuff. Come by, check it out. Texas Route Setting. We're always one rope away from your next climb, and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks.